Now, as we approach the end of the year, state lawmakers are staring down a deadline.
And last-minute priorities are being shuttled to the governor's desk ahead of year's end. NBC 10 political reporter Matt Pritchard is on Beacon Hill. And Matt, holidays or not, there's no time to waste at the State House.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are so many bills that still need to make their way through by the end of this year. And so work is still ongoing at the State House, even as many here in the Bay State are coasting their way into 2025. On a snow-covered common, it's all play and no work. Skating, sledding, and dogs sprinting through the slush, making for a festive holiday scene. But across the street and under the Golden Dome, a final legislative rush is playing out. Gavels echoing through the halls.
These bills are passed and enacted will be signed by the president, laid before the governor.
As the Senate and House shuttle more than a dozen policy priorities towards Governor Healey's desk, included in the blitz of bills, allowing school bus traffic cameras, renaming the Executive Office of Elder Affairs, and a late file from Healey, which would exempt passenger vehicle offenses prior to September 30th of 2005 from counting towards commercial license ineligibility.
Now you realize if you're going to do them, you got to do them now.
Doug Howgate heads up the Massachusetts Taxpayers Foundation and at one point served as a staff member at the State House.
You see bills that certainly are big priorities for maybe a specific community that just hadn't risen to the top of the policy agenda. Even larger bills that maybe had some conversations, but they weren't sure how those are going to kind of turn out. This is kind of the final time to say, hey, is there a path forward to this, or do we wait for next session?
Is there ever a worry that the governor's not going to be able to sign, get through them all?
If the governor does veto a bill now, there's nothing, it can't be overridden basically at this stage of the game. So there's also a lot of conversations with the administration.
And while that New Year's Eve deadline might be motivating, Doug admits,
as you can imagine, are not maybe as high on the morale list as you would think, but you know those bills have got to get done.
And you might remember that over the summer, there's another legislative deadline that comes up that can oftentimes be extended. But with this one in particular, you have new lawmakers who just got elected and need to be sworn in at the first of the year. And so really, everything's got to get done by that first session of 2025. On Beacon Hill, Matt Pritchard, NBC 10 Boston.